Did you know that 80% of businesses are doing community building completely backwards? They're focusing on growing numbers when the real growth comes from something entirely different. We're sharing 3 proven methods that help small business create a community that actually drives sales without feeling sleazy or even pushing people away. These are member sharing an emotional story, active community discussion, and natural sales conversion. These aren't typical post more content tips. They're practical strategies that work for businesses of any size. Using these exact methods, you can go from a quiet community to a few tens of people, over hundreds or even thousands of engaged members who regularly buy from you and recommend you to others. The best part, it takes less time than you think. If you've ever felt stuck with an inactive community or worried about coming across too salesy, this video is specifically for you. Handing it over to Ron, who will go over these 3 proven methods.
Thanks, Dudley. Today, we're going to talk about something that can really help your business grow, and that's building a thriving community. Let's start off with the most powerful way to do this, helping your members share their stories. Think about it. When was the last time you connected with a raw, honest story from someone? Stories create bonds, and bonds build communities. But how do you get people to open up? Here are 3 simple ways I found that works. Create dedicated spaces, like set up share your journey threads, make weekly celebration posts, and start member spotlight features. It's very common for community members to be very hesitant to share first. But once they put their first post, let's say struggling with running their new business and how they overcame this major hurdle, something amazing happens. Other members will most likely jump in with similar experiences. Now, it's also common to see those members regularly support each other. And here are some good questions that prompt stories. What made you start off your journey? What has been your biggest surprise so far? And this one I really like. What would you tell yourself when you just started off? Remember, you're not just collecting stories, you're helping people connect through shared experience. When someone shares, acknowledge their courage, engage with their story, and ask follow-up questions. The magic happens when other people start responding. Watch how one story sparks another, and that's how you build real connections. Moving on to our second proven tip, getting new members and keeping them. Now, getting new members is great, but keeping them, that's where the real value lies. Let's talk about how to make new members feel at home and want to stick around. Now, first impressions are crucial, but your welcome message needs to be more than, hey, welcome. Here's what I find works. Personally mention their name. Reference something from their introduction. Point them to relevant resources or discussions, and introduce them to a few active members with similar interests. Now, with that said, you can create a simple orientation system where 1. You have a welcome post or email. 2. Have a quick start guide. 3. Have community guidelines. And 4. A first week checklist to help them up and running on their first week. So don't just welcome and forget. Here's a suggested framework you can use today for welcoming and nurturing your new members, and feel free to tailor it as you see fit. Here we go. After your new member joins your community, follow up after day 1. Check in if they have any questions. Then after week 1, see if they found any useful resources that helps them out. And finally, after 1 month, ask for some feedback. That will not only help your community grow, it will also make that new person feel valuable. And pro tip, pay attention to when members start going quiet. Often, that's your chance to re-engage with them before they drift away. And finally, moving to our third and final proven method, turn friendly connections into sales without being pushy. Now, let's talk about everyone's favorite awkward topic, turning community connections into business opportunities. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to be awkward. The key, value first, sales second. Always. So instead of buy my thing, why don't you try share helpful tips regularly, solve problems freely, and celebrate others' successes? So here's what it looks like in practice. Someone asks about a problem. You offer them helpful advice. Others join this discussion. You share relevant resources. Then naturally mention how your product and service could help. Remember, your community members aren't leads. They're people. When you genuinely help them succeed, they'll naturally become interested in what you offer. The best sales happen when community members start recommending you to each other. That's the power of building trust first. So there you have it. 3 proven ways that can help your small business create a community that actually drives sales. And I'll end off by saying this one thing. Building a community isn't about the quick wins. It's about creating a space where people want to stay, share, and grow together. Then the sales will flow naturally. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, please hit that like and subscribe button for more practical growth tips. And drop a comment below with your community building experiences. We'd love to hear them.